Welcome. I want to start off this video by saying I'm just a regular guy. I'm 19 years old. I'm not incredibly rich. I'm just like most people. This past month I made $3K with my fitness coaching business. And I say that just because, again, it's not remarkable results, but I know that I will be making the type of money in my future and probably pretty soon. And this video is not about that. This video is about watching people in places you want to be, and is that something you should do? So right now, I'm watching Eman Godzi. He made a video, I bought a $75 million plus business. And so in the video, he starts off, he's driving in his supercar. He rented out this $380,000 venue for a mastermind, and it's 3 days long. And I was thinking while watching this, some people say don't look at people that are way ahead of you just because you'll get jealous, off track, etc. And some people also say don't just sit there and watch YouTube videos, go out and do it. And I've considered both sides. I understand when you're watching videos, you're not making any progress. But when I watch this, I think the value in these types of videos is that you see that this stuff is actually real. This stuff is actually possible. These aren't aliens online making this kind of money. The only difference, the bridge, is an amount of work. It's an amount of shots that you have to put up. And I think to be on the right vibration, you have to have that delusion. It's often talked about in the entrepreneurial space. Everyone at the top, they say, you just got to be delusional. It's very trite. It's very cliche, which when something is cliche and it's said all of the time, often we to throw it away as, that doesn't matter. I've already learned that. We learn through repetition. That's a whole tangent. But my point is that if every person at the top tells you that you need to be delusional, you probably need to be delusional. I think Floyd Mayweather, he's sick. He's definitely said delusional. Conor McGregor, he's told people to be delusional. All these guys that are massively, massively wealthy or at the top of their game, beforehand, they would be regarded as delusional. Idiots. Why do you think that's going to work? Do you really think you can do that? These are the things that you're going to think along the way, hear from other people that you have to shut out, because you cannot come from a place of fear when you're doing something like this. Being an entrepreneur, you can't come from a place of fear when you're making moves. You're going to make the wrong move. You have to come from a place of trust, abundance, and delusion. Those all have to be a part of it. And so for me, I feel myself drifting into that fear-based mind because you made $3,000 this month with my business, and I want it to be so much bigger than that. And I find myself thinking, how am I going to keep these clients? Am I really doing enough? What is this? What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? And that's kind of the nature of the beast, definitely. But at the same time, I started all of this coming from a place of abundance. When I launched sold these 4 clients, I walked into it with the greatest mindset ever. So on the way, as I was driving, I made a video on it. I said, stop crushing people's ideas. I made a video as I was driving to sell these 3 clients, people I work with. And I remember thinking, I'm okay with if this goes to complete shit, I don't sell anything. They all say no. I thought that before I went into it, and I meant it, and I felt it. And then it happened. There has to be. Then I made $3K, dude. $3K with my own business. I went into it telling myself I don't care what happens at all. And so you need to make moves with that mentality. At least try it. It doesn't mean that it's going to work the first time. Yes, you could go try something and it not work. Totally. That happens all the time. But you have to be genuinely okay with when it doesn't work. You need to be doing the thing for the right reason. That's really where it comes from. I love coaching fitness and lifestyle and routine. I love that shit. So genuinely, I also am incredibly interested in building a business. I am fascinated with it. So on a real note, I don't care if I go out and try and sell 3 clients and they all say no. I actually really don't care about that. I don't. No big deal. There's 2 billion people on the earth with a phone. And yeah, it may not happen right now, but if I fundamentally never lose if I don't actually quit. Unless you quit something, you're still in the game. You're still doing it. But to make the next move, you need to have the clear judgment, which only comes from not caring if it goes wrong. Because really, what is the worst outcome? In my scenario, I get told no, and then I have to find new people to sell to. So what? Regardless, that's not what happened. And I didn't care if it did happen. So I think that you need to go on these videos on YouTube. And you need to watch these guys who, if your parents saw you watching this, they'd think, oh, you're going to do that. You're never going to have that kind of money. Or maybe they'd be like, oh, that's cool. He's a scammer. You want to watch the type of videos that if your parents saw you watching them, they'd be concerned. So if my parents saw me watching E-Man Godsey, they'd come in and be like, they'd probably be a little scared because they think, oh, he really thinks he can do this. Let me smash that belief. Your parents' beliefs for you are going to be way smaller than yours should be for yourself. And when you go on and watch YouTube of people that are way ahead of you, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a day sometimes, if your parents see you watching that, they're going to be like, no. He's not going to be secure. He's not going to have a secure job. He's going to go out and try this. What if he fails? And they're not being heinous, but they do not have the same dreams that you have. So no, I don't think you should go on YouTube and just watch rich people do whatever they do. I think occasionally, though, you need to go on there and remind yourself, hey, this stuff's possible. As you're working towards the goal, which, by the way, yes, all suffering is rooted in desire. I'm choosing to suffer because of how bad I want my business to be successful. I'm okay with that. I'm choosing that. But you need to have one overarching massive desire that propels you. We're not trying to be monks out here. It's okay because if you only have one desire and it squashes all other desires into oblivion, then you can forget about everything else. My massive desire is my business. Everything else, I don't need to worry about. That other stuff can happen. But with my business, it's the thing that I desire most. And the thing about choosing one desire that makes it significant is that if you choose one thing and you want it more than anything else, you can pretty much have whatever you want. And part of crafting that desire comes from seeing people who already have it. Quite frankly, if YouTube or TikTok was not a thing, I would never even know that making this type of money online is possible. Let's be so real here. I'd think my mind would be so compressed. I'd think, oh, go to college, get whatever the hell job I get, live my life. I would not even know that being wealthy is possible. But now I've seen it, and I'm not going to unsee that. And I'm willing to be delusional enough to think that I can do it because everyone that has done it said that they were delusional and told that they were delusional. So far, I'm on track. And so what? What happens if you pass away? Then you knew that you were trying something. Life is about doing the thing that you want to do most, despite what other people tell you is the right thing to do. So my goal with this video was that, yes, you need to be moving towards a goal, but looking at people who already have what you want can be that spark and that reminder that it is possible. And just stay delusional and work hard and want thing bad enough and you'll get it. Free program in the description. Workout program. Cheers.